Hi, my name is Melanie. I'm here in Mendoza. I'm located in Mendoza, and we're here as a consultant. We can offer you all kind of services as real estate, or if you want to open a business, or if you need any kind of residency or visa, or if you have a project, or if you want to come over and just stay as a pensionista because you're retiring. We can help you with all these matters. And here I'm introducing you someone very valuable from my team. He's attorney Matías Bindeli, and he's always helping us with all our legal matters in Mendoza. So,
Well, Melanie, thanks for the presentation. Well, as she told, of course, we can help you with all the matters you need in terms of immigration law. Also, if you want to buy a house here in Argentina, a car, or whatever you need to install here inside the country and live your life without any problem here inside Argentina. That is a country that right now is developing so much. So whatever you need, we can advise you in all legal stuff and also real estate things. So be welcome.
thank you very much. Do you think Mendoza is becoming popular, or Argentina is becoming popular nowadays? Is this
Yeah.
something?
A lot. Well, all foreigners should know that here in Argentina, we don't have wars. We are outside of any religious problem. We don't have immigration problems. So it's a very beautiful country with a lot of space for people to come here, live, develop their own lives, and enjoy.
It is true that a lot of people are coming here because they have a great lifestyle, something that we used to have back in the days in Canada, United States, and now we can feel that sense of lifestyle today here in Argentina.
Yeah, what's happening right now inside the Middle East, in North America, well, we are outside of all those problems. So here, Argentina gives you like tranquility and outside of any problem. So for you to analyze Argentina as an option will be a great decision.
So it's true that we have like a very slow pace here in Argentina. So this is what attracts a lot of people.
Yeah, there are a lot of people coming here, establishing here, Mendoza specifically because of its nature. And Argentina right now is offering opportunities Europe offers almost 15 years ago, 20 years ago, but right now the future is here in Argentina.
The future is here in Argentina. That's very nice. So it might become maybe a superpower, and it's good because we're in that transition of becoming like one maybe of the leaders worldwide. So it is very interesting for us to live here right now because I've chosen to come back to my home country, which is my parents' country. And I'm very grateful to be here, to experience and to live all these changes.
Yeah, we are really happy because years ago Argentina was like outside the world. Nobody wants to come. Instead of visiting Argentina, they go directly or they went to Europe, North America. But right now, Argentina is becoming a great option for you to live, install here. And also, if you had a family to install here, develop your life and grow your own business.
It's true. And now, do you think that Argentinian itself, are they going to Europe or they're more likely to stay here in Argentina? Because they
Well,
used to go to Spain, to United States for better opportunities. Do you think now they're staying more here or they're coming back?
yeah, that's curious because young professionals were all thinking about finishing their career and going to Europe, the United States. But right now, no, we all want to stay here inside our country, develop our careers, start working here, and also gain money and produce here in our own country because there's a future.
Well, you are a clear example. I
Yeah.
mean, you're young, you're an attorney, and you decide to live here and to build a life here and a career here in Argentina instead of going to other countries, which is like you are the clear example that you're staying in your country because you love it.
Yeah, imagine that maybe 80% of Argentinians have double citizenship, Italian, Spanish, German citizenship, and we all have the option of going to other country, install in Europe and America without any problem. And right now we are putting all our coins inside Argentina because we think to stay here is the best option.
That's good. And you said people are coming here to with their family because it's very family orientated. Argentina, Mendoza, it's very family. So
Yeah, Europe, America, and they're changing a lot. Here in Argentina, you can still see traditional values, your family, your pets, your nature. That's really good.
like my example, it's at home. My son hang out with my mother. his grandmother. So you can see like 3 generations together, having fun, playing chess, drinking mate, having coffee, sharing moments. Things that I couldn't see because it's not trendy in North America to see you with your grandparents because it is awkward. Well, here it is not awkward. This is normal to hang out with your family, with your grandparents, and to share good moments. So this is what I like about.
Yeah, here in Argentina, we are all day spending time with friends. Of course, we work a lot, but also we think that spending time with friends, family is like important. And once we finish our day work, we go directly to a sport or to a hobby with our family, with our friends, because for us it's really important.
That's very nice. Can you tell me a little bit more if there are like many kind of visa when foreigners are coming here?
Yeah, well, depending the specific case, there are different residencies you can apply. If you are a pensioner, there are some documents you need to present. If you are a person who wants to work here in the country, also there are and there are some documents you need to present. Maybe if you have savings because you work all your life, well, you have to present other documents. There are different alternatives for you to come to Argentina legally and establish here in the country without any complication.
Good. Well, that's interesting to know. So you can help them with all this process because to me it is a lot of information and I'm not aware of that, but I'm sure that you can help them and walk them through the process.
Yeah, of course. We prepare all documents for our clients. We also help them opening their bank accounts, looking for their home. Also, if they want to buy a car, we help them. We negotiate with the seller. We can advise them with all what they need.
That's awesome. And you can also help them to bring their pets here.
Of course, if you have things, your goods in America, Europe, we can also help you.
Okay, that's cool. So, Matthias, when someone is coming or thinking to come to establish themselves here, what is the natural process?
Yeah, well, first of all, we recommend to call us or send us a message. And because there are a lot of documents you need to bring from your country you are from. So it's important to call us instead of buying a ticket and coming directly to Argentina, because there are a lot of documents you need to obtain and obtain their apostille in the country of origin. So call us, send us a message, and we will coordinate a consultation for you to know which are the steps and also advise you in the documents you need to bring here inside the country.
Awesome. That's very useful.
Well, Melanie, you asked me a lot of questions. I'm also interested about a lot of real estate things. So I want to ask you some questions. For example, if a family wants to live here in Argentina, imagine 4 people.
Yes.
Prices between they need to pay for a normal house, 2 bedrooms, maybe.
Well, it is not the market as going up. So it is not the same market as we used to experience 2 years ago because our economy is improving. So it is very unlikely to find a property for less than 150,000 unless you want to go outside of the city and you need a car. But there are properties, it's true that you're going to find that there are maybe $50,000, $70,000, but there maybe the neighborhood is not finished. They don't have a notary, they don't have the surveyor done. So all this, when the time comes and you want to do a deed of sale, you won't be able to produce one because it's very messy. But it's true that you can purchase this piece of land with a house for $70,000, but at the end, you won't get the proper title. So it is a bit tricky when you look at the MLS that we have on the websites. You can find many affordable houses, but you have to make sure that these houses come with the title. So affordable doesn't mean with a title. So for to be like nice and to feel comfortable with everything, I think at least minimum 150, but you need a car because you're going to be outside of the city of Mendoza.
Well, it's really important what you said, because here in Argentina you can put the money, buy your property,
Yes.
but the moment when you are looking all the documents, well, the house is not in rule. You have to present more documents. There is a problem with the owner, so it's really important to analyze the job that you are doing right now. Analyze the specific documentation of each property and establish if you can buy the property without a problem. You are only going to put the money and obtain your property, or if you will have some problems in the future. So really important what you are doing.
Thank you.
Well, Melanie, and imagine I'm an American, a Canadian,
Yes.
and I have my dream house in my mind. I have all the information. I know I want a house with a pool, a big garden. What can I do? I can like construct my house here in Argentina with all those information. Let me know.
Of course, if you have a plan, or if you have an idea or a vision of your future here in Mendoza and want us to help us, we have builders, trustworthy teams with whom we are working with, and we're going to design everything for you with an architect and present the project because someone can come and say, hey, I'm going to help you, I'm going to build the house, but you need to present the project to the municipality. Otherwise, your house becomes illegal and you can get fines and penalties. So it is important that you work with people that have their license, that are professionals, but yes. And so we have many projects as well that we're building them together, and we have neighborhoods that are established already. And for maybe 150,000, you can get 2 bed, 2 bathrooms in a nice neighborhood that is emerging, and they're all pre-made, those ones. But if you have a vision of something else, we can help you with the proper builders as well to construct your dream house. So Matias, because you're from here and you live your whole life here in Argentina, in Mendoza, how's the health system and school system?
Excellent. For you to know, here in Argentina, public services are like common law. Here, if you want to go to the doctor, of course, there are private services, but also public services. Public services are excellent. People from all around America, Europe come here to study because also our education is excellent. You have public and private universities. The public ones are the best universities here in America. So if you want to study something here in Argentina, you can do it without any problem, without paying any fee. And also, if you need medical assistance, you can go to public hospitals without any problem, and you are not going to pay any fee. But of course, you need to be a resident.
So being a resident, is it difficult or complicated, the process?
No. For you to know right now, if you present all your documents, maybe 1 or 2 months, you obtain your residency and you can obtain public services. You obtain your DNA, that is your ID, and with that ID, you can open bank accounts, also buy properties without any problem. You can do whatever you want as a citizen instead of voting.
Okay, that's good. And there's a law as well that they're talking about bringing more people to become citizen. Is that right?
Yeah, right now the law is being modified. Maybe in some months it will be all ready. But right now there is like a project of giving citizenship in only 2 years of residence. So if you are interested to be a citizen of Argentina, because also our passport is really good and allows you to enter a lot of countries without any problem, without any visa, in 2 years, establishing here in Argentina with a legal residence, you will obtain your citizenship.
That's very good to know. So it's easy.
Yeah.
It's easier than a foreigner to go to the United States to become a citizen. So this is good things in Argentina, knowing that Argentina is becoming popular, that a lot of people are wanting to come to live here. So it's good. It gives you a lot of benefits. I want to go back to the health system. So you do have a coverage.
Yeah.
I do not have a coverage. So you do have like a medical insurance, and I don't have one. So you're paying a monthly fee.
Yeah.
That's good.
I'm paying a monthly fee, but I can go by myself if I want to a public hospital, and I can receive professional attention without any problem with the best doctors in America. And also because I'm paying, I can also go to other doctors that are also the best inside America. So whatever you want, if you want to pay or not to pay for private assistance, you will obtain the best medical services in all the continent.
That's good because I don't have the coverage. I don't pay for that, and I go and I pay directly to the hospital or the clinic or the professional because I don't. And even though I have the DNI and I'm a citizen, I don't want to pay for that coverage because I know I don't need it monthly. So whenever I need something, I need to go see a dentist or to replace like a tooth or a surgeon. Of course, it is money. I'm not saying it's free. I pay, but it's at the end, it's cheaper than paying the coverage for me because I consider myself healthy. but it's way more cheaper than to do it in the United States or in Canada. And a waiting list, which is something very important. If I have a flu, I just go to the emergency. I wait an hour on a Sunday. The emergency calls me. They look at me. They give me the prescription. I go to the pharmacy. I take. By 2 hours later, I'm done and I'm taken care of. So there's no waiting list. You don't have to be waiting 14 hours in an emergency to see a doctor. So this is something also that's very important for me as a mother.
And also an important detail that here in Argentina, we have like a very good education. And because of that, almost all doctors speak English, speak French in some of the cases. So you will not find any problem looking for a doctor that can understand you in your own language.
Yeah, that's awesome. Education is very good. Culture is very good here in Argentina. Well, Matías, thank you very much for having me here.
My pleasure.
In your offices and for your time and all the knowledge that you shared. If you have any questions, it will be a pleasure.
Whatever you need, you can send me a message, a WhatsApp, an email, and I can solve all your doubts in a consultation. And so don't be afraid. Just send me a message and I will solve all your doubts.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
My pleasure.